Hi, I'm Natasha with Cricut, and I want to show you these cute pajamas that I personalized for my friend Natalie. I purposely chose that friend because we have the same monogram, so if she doesn't like it, I might keep it for myself. So let me show you how to make them. Okay, so we are making these monogrammed PJs, and I'm going to walk through everything you need to get your own monogrammed PJs. So of course we just have any PJs of your choice. We need our connected device with design space. I have my Cricut Explore 3 cutting machine, as well as my Cricut Easy Press Mini. And then I have just some materials and accessories that I need, like this heat press mat, some accessories, and today I'm using Cricut Smart Iron-On glitter, which is really fun. So let's go ahead and get started in Design Space. In order to get this monogram, I'm using this new feature called the Monogram Maker. It's right here on the canvas on the left, and as soon as I press on that, you can see that I've already inputted my initial here, Natasha, or Natalie. But there are lots of different options that you can choose from. You can even just choose one initial. If I wanted to put in all three of my initials, then I can browse through and see all the different choices I have for monograms. But because I'm trying to keep this simple, I'm just going to use my friend's first initial, just in case I want it. So I'm going to choose this elegant monogram and add this to my canvas. Size-wise, it actually looks like the exact same size that I need for the pocket on these PJs that I'm making. So I'm going to keep the size the same, but at this point, if you wanted to make them bigger or smaller, this is where you could do that. I'm also going to change the color of this monogram to silver, just so that I can see a little bit of what my project will turn out to look like in the end. Once I'm done designing my monogram, I'm going to click Make It. On the map preview screen here, there's this little button called Mirror. And I will show you why this is important as we go on in the project, but anytime you're using a heat press, you'll want to mirror your design. Then I'm going to click Continue. Here it's registering if it's connected to my cutting machine, and it's connecting via Bluetooth. So now that my button is blue on my machine, I know that we are connected. This screen shows me which base material I'm going to select. It wants to know what I'm telling the cutting machine to cut. So I'm going to browse for Cricut Smart Iron-On in glitter. And it's important to distinguish whether it's glitter or shimmer or different types of materials, because different materials have different thicknesses. So this software makes sure that it sends to the cutting machine the right amount of pressure to cut through the thickness, whether it's really thick or really thin. I'm going to select Smart Iron-On Glitter. And now the Go button is blinking. I can go ahead and insert my material. So remember how I said it was important to mirror your design? That's because these materials, anything that is needed with a heat press, has two layers to the material. There's the shiny side, which is a backer, and then the actual material which sits on the backer. The shiny side is a protectant for when I press onto the base material that I'm using. So the reason why I want to cut backwards is it's kind of like a stamp. I'm going to flip it over, and this clear protector makes the material safe for when I press using my heat press, because it gets really hot. So that's why I'm going to cut this way, and I'm going to have the shiny side down. I'm going to insert this into my cutting machine and press the load button. Now the machine is measuring to make sure that I have just the right amount of material for this project. And I can press the Go button. While that's cutting, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat press on. And I used Cricut's heat guide to input what material I was pressing on or pressing with and on, so I know that it should be on the medium heat press setting. That was a relatively quick cut, so I'm going to unload this now. And I'm going to trim this down because there is a lot of extra material that I can use for future projects. So I'm just cutting just where my design is. So I can save this for later. Now I'm going to use this really sharp tool that we call a weeding tool to help me take out the parts of the design that I don't want transferred onto my pajamas. So I do that by just starting on the corner here, and I just poke down until I hit the backer. Then I will slowly peel up, and I can peel away the excess part, and you can see that the N is left behind. Okay, and then there's a little piece on the inside for some detail, and that's why the sharp tool is really helpful. I'm just going to trim down this backer. Again, this backer helps me, it's sticky, so it helps stick on to where my project is, but it also protects it when I use the heat press that is now told me that it's ready. Okay, now before we press the iron-on onto my project, I'm going to prep my project so that this is a long-lasting project. So I'm going to use this mat here, this heat press mat, and get my pocket all ready. And I'm going to use my Easy Press Mini to pre-press for 5 seconds. Pre-pressing just makes sure it gets all the moisture out, so the iron-on, smart iron-on material can really adhere to my pajamas. So now that that's pre-pressed, I'm going to place my monogram where I want it. And I mentioned that this backer is sticky, so it kind of helps stay in place where I want it to go. And then using my Easy Press Mini, I am just going to press this for 25 seconds. Just moving it around, making sure it covers the whole design. That's what's really nice about this Easy Press Mini though, is it's got this pointed corner, so I can make sure I get all the details of this monogram. And I know you're amazed because I'm talking while I count to 25 seconds. But you know, just as long as you're around 25 seconds, that's good. I'm just moving in small little movements to make sure I grab the whole design with my heat press. All right, I think that's about 25 seconds. And then for extra care, I'm actually going to unbutton this, and I'm going to do a back press for 15 seconds. And I unbuttoned it so it didn't have to, if I could have flipped it over, but that's a lot of layers. I want to make sure that the heat press is getting good contact with that. So I'm going to go for another 15 seconds here. Small little movements, making sure I cover the whole pocket. Okay. And then this is a cool peel, so I'll just wait till this is cool to the touch. Okay, I can't wait to see how these turn out. This is so cute. I know my friend is going to love this. All right, I'm going to slowly peel this away, and look how vibrant this glitter is. That's so fun. Slowly peel away. And voila! Okay, this is so cute. I honestly don't know if I can give it to my friend. I might just have to keep these for myself. Look how cute! And look at that! They turned out so cute, and I know my friend is going to love them, so I might just have to make her another pair for her. But there are so many things that you can make with Cricut, so check out our other videos. But for me, it's time for me to go take a nap.